Good evening. Welcome to Bogus Videography coverage of the 2025 FCA Ocoee Region Senior Bowl. And we're going to pause quickly for the singing of the national anthem. We'll be right back.
Lake Forest Middle School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran down, their bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
If you could remain standing for a moment.
Raider Field, Benny Monroe Stadium in Cleveland, Tennessee, the 2025 FCA Ocoee Region Senior Bowl. I'm Todd Loveday, joined by one of the best guys I know, Meigs County's own, Bryson Baker. Thanks for joining me, Bryson.
Glad to be here.
We're broadcasting the matchup between the FCA Ocoee Region North and the FCA Ocoee Region South. The teams, the high schools represented on the North team are McMinn County, McMinn Central, Meigs County, Tellico Plains, Sequoia, Sweetwater, and Ray County. And Bo Cagle, McMinn County High School's head football coach, is serving as head coach for the North team. The South team features teams from players from Bradley Central, Cleveland, Walker Valley, Polk County, East Hamilton, and Ooltewah, and the South team is led by Matt Moody of Ooltewah High School, formerly of McMinn Central. The sponsors of this event: Food City, Hardee's, ADL Enterprises, Bogus Videography, Todd Loveday, Farm Bureau Insurance, South White Street in Athens, Express Athletics, In the Moment Photography, and Lee Creative Sports. FCA Ocoee Region staff live day by day on high school campuses within the four-county Ocoee region and also on middle schools as well. Every moment of ministry is made possible by the generosity of monthly and annual partners in ministry. And if you'll check out my Facebook page later on tonight, I will have QR codes because they're going to all send them to me, and we'll have them posted tonight after the game on my Facebook, Todd Loveday. And you can also go to FCA Ocoee Region. I'm sure you can find the QR codes there to sponsor the fine representatives in our high schools and middle schools across the counties. If you hear me jerking and my voice shaking, it's because we are in an open-air press box tonight, and the wind's howling down here in Cleveland, Bryson. We're chasing rosters all over this place.
Yeah, I'm really glad I'm in the booth. I'm not out there watching.
Yeah. If they need a volunteer coach, you're not volunteering, is that what you said?
No volunteer
all right,
for me
so I'm going to hand you off a roster. We may have to hold on to them tonight. There are some special rules for this game. It's basic TWSAA rules do apply. However, a 12-minute quarter with a running clock. The running clock will apply until the last 2 minutes of each half, which means if it's out of bounds or an incomplete pass, the clock will not stop until under 2 minutes of each half. Just like in regular season and playoff TWSAA football, each team will have 3 timeouts each half. The captains tonight were chosen based on FCA leadership and character traits, not just on athletic ability. Kickoffs are going to be lined up. There's no kick returns. The ball is going to be placed where it's caught, but no deeper than the 20-yard line. Punts will be lined up and kicked. No rush on the punts. Ball placed where the punt ends up or is caught. Field goals will be lined up and kicked, but there is no rush Also, no fake punts or field goals. Why? Because it's limited rosters, boys and girls. So that's part of the reason that these rules are going to apply tonight. On offense, it's basic offense, Bryce. Only 3 formations. What are the 3 formations? All I see is 3 are allowed. Have you been tipped off?
I know you can get in 2x1 and 3x1.
Okay.
You got to have a running back on the field at all times.
Okay.
Now you can kind of manipulate this a little bit.
Okay. And Nathan Simbeck figured out a way to manipulate it.
We can manipulate it just a little bit. You know, we may start in a formation and then motion to something else as long as we get back into 2x1 or 3x1.
Okay. No crackbacks, but they're not allowed anyway. So on defense, though, it's going to be a base 4-3, no blitzing. So it's base 4-3. Let's see. Although, if you get inside the 5-yard line, any front. You can go 6, 7, 8, bear, play bear defense, whatever,
Yeah.
46 defense or whatever.
I think it says on there, too, coverages are unlimited.
Oh, so you can play zone, you can play
Thought that was interesting. You
hybrid.
Can't blitz, but you can play whatever coverage you want to play.
So they were lining up for a kick. Just remember that this kick will not be advanced. It will be spotted where it's caught, but no deeper than the 20. And the kicker for Bolanos. Sloan Bolanos is kicking off, the Cleveland kicker. We do want to tell you in advance there are a couple of players for whom we did not receive a jersey number. So, and there's also, I think, some late additions for whom we didn't receive a name or a jersey number. Matt Moody working his magic on the South team. I'll blame Jake Motes, the FCA sponsor of the South team. He is an area rep in Bradley County mostly, right? Mostly in Bradley County. And so Jake's a good guy. He's under the scoreboard. That's why I'm giving him trash. But it will be the North team on offense. North team wearing their dark jerseys. Of course, you're going to see some green out there, and that's Ray County. They're giving themselves away. The rest of them will have to study a little bit. The Navy, you can kind of tell who's Navy, who's not.
A lot of good athletes on the perimeter for the North team. I'd look first play right here, maybe something to the outside with one of our skill guys, maybe a jet sweep.
So the quarterback is Tough Ricker. Collette went in motion. And now coming in motion, this side's Mao, I believe.
Jet sweep.
And they hand it off to him. Not much there. Might have gained a couple of yards. 1, maybe 2. Bring up second down and long, Bryson. What did you see from the defense there?
Well, it looked like just normal base 4-3. They did a really good job setting the edge right there. That's going to be challenging. I don't know who that is. I guess that's Westfield down here on the bottom.
Yeah, it is.
That's going to be tough to run at him.
Yeah, might want to go right.
Might want to go right. May need to make a phone call.
So Peanut Dyer is the running back. Bad snap. Did get the handoff to Dyer, and he busts into the second level, makes his way out close to the 30. They're going to mark him, looks like a yard and a half short, so it'll be 3rd and short for the North team.
Yep. 2x1 formation, just power right. Really good run by Dyer. He's a good back.
It's like Kessler and Cole are the wide receivers for the North team. There's a slot receiver. That is Daniel Mao of Meigs County. Ricker hands it off again to Dyer. He battles his way out forward. He should have enough for the first down.
Looks like he got it.
So 10:32 to go here in the first quarter of the FCA Ocoee Region Senior Bowl.
Tough Ricker at quarterback. That's a pretty good little 1-2 punch.
Yeah, he's not kept it yet, so I'm waiting for the quarterback power that Meigs County runs on occasion.
I'd say it's coming.
I think it's coming right here. They're going to fake the swing. No, they hand it off to Dyer. He tries to bounce it out left, and he's going to be forced out of bounds for a loss all the way back to the 26-yard line. That's we're going to mark it at the 26. It's going to bring up second at about 15.
That right side of that South team defensive line is huge. You got Westfield. We never figured out who that.
We never figured out 70. No, we didn't get a number for 77. We'll get Jake Motes on that. He'll find out for us who the defensive tackle 77 is.
He's massive.
It's an Ottawa kid. Rolling right is Ricker, going to throw it, and overthrown is Mao. It'll fall incomplete.
It's a simple smash concept out there, keeping things simple.
You can't install much intricacies when you got 3 days of practice, and a lot of that practice is as much, devotions and character building as it is. I mean, there's some football going on. Don't get us wrong, but there's a lot of other important things taking place at the FCA practices.
Right.
So 2 receivers to the right. They're going to be lined up near side, and I've got to kind of get out of the radio habit, Bryson. We're on video here, so I don't have to tell them where the ball is. They can see it on the screen. I'm so accustomed to being on the radio, I've got to tell everybody where the ball is. So looks like the South team jumps, so that's going to shorten from 3rd and 15 to 3rd and 10 for the north side. This is not necessarily a passing down when you got Ricker in the backfield.
It's true.
Tough is a good name for him. It fits.
Yep.
So Ricker takes the snap. He is going to hand it off on a delay to Dyer, and not much there. Might have lost a yard.
Yep.
So that's 4th and long for the north team. We'll see if the punter's coming out. And punting for the north is Mike Kriskauskas of McMinn County. So it's a running clock here at the Senior Bowl, limited rosters. So they're going to run the clock, and if you catch it, that will be where the ball is spotted. That's going to be downed by the return team at the 23-yard line. Well, they're going to say the 25-yard line is where he touched it. So 25, momentum carrying backwards didn't matter.
Right.
And so the South team going to go on offense, and hopefully at least all the guys touching the ball will have their names. There'll be some duplicate numbers. Each team is wearing their high school uniform tonight. So if you would like to donate to the FCA Senior Bowl for future seasons, we'll purchase jerseys for these guys. So 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left for the South team. There's the handoff, and running it straight ahead was 7. That was McCooch.
It's like Bradley Mayfield at defensive end for our team.
Yep.
He's a guy at Central, you had to prepare for him.
He had a good year this year. Chase Stevens is the quarterback for the South team. Chase played his high school ball at Walker Valley. It's another handoff, and coming
nice play
ahead is McCooch with good coverage, good stop by the defense of the North team. Some of the guys in there on defense were
McMinn County.
Yep, McDermott was in on that. It looked like Jack Gooden also in there around the ball. A lot of Cherokees came out for this team.
A lot of black and gold out there right now.
I think there was no option for their guys. They're playing. It wasn't optional. So even though they're finished, Stevens hands it off again. This time, and running for a big gain out across the 42 and out near midfield, churning his feet. Don't tell him it doesn't mean anything. That was Caden Douglas of Ooltewah busting one. That was he had a little head of steam there, Bryson.
Right. Really good run. If Matt Moody's calling plays, I'd be looking for a shot right here.
He likes to take the shots as his 4 years or so there at Central.
No.
It's going to be a run again. Douglas cuts it back, and another good gain on first down. Staying ahead of the sticks.
Yeah, just simple power play to the right. That kid can go.
Some subs. You gotta like that. The roster for the North team seems to be a little deeper as far as at least its number of players go.
Right.
Than the South side, and that's probably why Moody brought a few guys that we don't have their names or numbers.
Can't believe he did that to us.
I can. There's a snap. They fake it and swing it out right side, but pass is complete. And a big gain up the sideline.
RPO right there. Had power to the right with a fast screen on the same side. Quarterback made a really good read.
Yeah, I think is that a Walker Valley kid?
Yes.
And so we're going to find who that one was not provided to us, and I will be on the search for that one. Who? Sawyer Boyd is number 1 of Walker Valley. Couldn't hear it. 1, Sawyer Boyd of Walker Valley. And now they're going to do end around Sawyer Boyd. And good job of stringing that out. That's Bradley Mayfield. I think it's Amari Clare. That might have been a Charger sandwich out there.
That was
Daniel Mao out there, yeah. So that's a good job there by a Charger and a Tiger.
Yeah. That's really funny. Daniel made that play. We've got that. That's a bluff reverse. We've got that same play in for him at Meigs County.
Oh, so he made the read.
Yeah.
He's like, I've seen this before.
I've seen it before.
So 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, no score. If you're just joining us, the North team did pick up 1 first down before they had to punt it away. But South started this drive at their own 25-yard line, and they're now down inside the 35 of the North team. Stevens, the quarterback, looks to pass. He's got a guy. And it's in and out of his hands at the 25-yard line. Is it McCooch unable to come up with that one? Yes, Spencer McCooch of Bradley. Did he transfer from Walker Valley? Thought so. I thought he was at Walker Valley last year.
Great play by that McMinn County corner. I don't know who that is.
What was the number?
The number 18.
18 is Xavier Cole.
Great play in coverage.
So that's going to make it 3rd and about 11 at the 34. And we do have timeout. While we do this quick break, I want to share some of the testimonies that were sent my way today. One of these, Evan Johnson, gave his heart to Christ at a team camp this past summer. Jonah Martin is considered the highlight testimony. He gave his heart to Christ at Fields of Faith as a freshman.
Awesome.
And then Jack Gooden of the Cherokees as a nonprofit, Balls for Courage, to raise awareness around his brother Sam's cancer battle. So Sam recently graduated at Tennessee Wesleyan University in the December graduation and was the gave a keynote address at the graduation.
Great family.
Sam was a year younger than my son, and my son guest played with the Tribe baseball team back when my son was probably 8th grade, and Sam was a 7th grader, and they let Josh pitch a game, which is odd for a guy playing just playing one weekend with them, and they were the battery, and I worked Chad hard to let Sam come to Central. It's going to be a pass. They faked the handoff, and it's incomplete over the head of the intended receiver, Sawyer Boyd.
Looked like the same play they ran play before that. You got jet motion in the right direction, throwing a slant back down to the right. Luckily they overthrew it. Sorry, English teacher.
So it's going to be 4th and 11. Oh, Westfield's checking in on offense. I don't know what that means, but we'll see. There's some trickery coming, Bryson, I'm afraid.
Yep.
So A.J. Westfield, the Bradley defensive lineman, is going to be lining up.
Looks like they're punting.
Okay, they're going to punt. All right, never mind then. Thought for a minute maybe Moody would go for it, but they're going to try to pin that North team back. So Mao is going to be back deep. And it's going to be Bolanos kicking, Sloan Bolanos. And the punt will be fielded. It's not going to be fielded. And finally, it's picked up at the 10-yard line. So in the battle of field position, North team's losing so far.
Yeah, not good. It's one of the things you kind of forget in preparation for these games is special teams. You got to install special teams during the week, even though they're not really live.
Right.
That's still one more thing you got to worry about and make sure you're all set on, because field position matters.
Yeah, these teams got 3 practices together. They started on Monday afternoon, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So as they flip the field, we're going to take a quick little break and thank everybody for tuning in to the Bogus videography coverage of the 2025 FCA Ocoee Region Senior Bowl from Cleveland High School. Back at Raider Field, Benny Monroe Stadium, Raider Field, the North team, after the punt, takes over at their own 10-yard line. Just keep in mind it's a running clock, limited rosters, so second quarter just getting underway. And Tough Ricker is going to keep. Here's that quarterback power we were talking about. He tries to bounce and makes it looks like a pretty good gain, about 5 yards there, Bryce.
Right. Like a little quarterback outside zone.
How many times did Meigs County run quarterback power in the last couple of years?
There ain't a number too high. We try. Listen, we
people
try
know it's coming and can't do a thing about it. It's the thing about it.
We try to find 100 different ways to run power, 100 different ways to run counter, 100 different ways to read it.
Drew Cook has made an appearance in the press box. The esteemed Drew Cook. Papa Drew Cook. And this time, Peanut tries to bounce it out, unable to get anything. They've swallowed Peanut up trying to bounce it out.
Yep.
This South team has set the edge. So if they're going to get anything, it's going to be between the tackles tonight, looks like. At least in the early going. So third down again for the North team. So far, no score. It's just the second possession. So Tough Ricker, the quarterback, is going to keep. No, he's going to throw it. Got him, man. That's Mao. He's thrown it to him before.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to take it out across the 30, about the 31-yard line. So there's a big third down conversion for the North team.
Well, Daniel Mao's just a gamer. Just finds ways to get open. Really, really quick, has a lot of speed. Really, really reliable receiver.
So Collette with Tellico Plains went in motion from right to left and set himself up there. We got a play change, or what's going on there? Ricker checks his wristband. Because, it's the 3 days of practice, guys. So, it's going to be Ricker straight ahead. Makes his way out near the 35-yard line. We're going to mark it. Looks like we're going to mark it right at the 35. 9:15 to go in the first half of the FCA 2025 Senior Bowl. If you are a supporter of Fellowship of Christian Athletes and like their presence in your schools, then I encourage you to go to the Ocoee Region page on your social medias. Find the QR codes and support those guys. Oh, a nice bounce out to the left side. Carrying the football that time for the North team was Jeremiah Paris of Sweetwater. And that's a good story. Just a couple of weeks ago, Paris was in an auto accident. Didn't participate in an all-star game he could have participated in last week, but didn't want to miss this one. So he's out there tonight playing for the North team.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's another one. You play Sweetwater every year. You got to prepare for him.
Yes, yeah, he's tough. So now Ricker is going to run off left tackle. Finds his way out across the 45. Another good gain on first down. I'll take 4 or 5 yards every snap.
Really good play. Took a break from quarterback power, ran quarterback counter right there with the guard and the H-back. Did a really good job getting that defensive end kicked. I can't tell who that defensive end on the other side is. No, it ain't Westfield.
No, he's bounced. He's like he's come down to tackle on this possession anyway. He was and he's jumped off sides. So
it's twice he's done that.
Yeah, that's going to move it 2nd and 1. 2nd and short here after this marking. I don't think it's going to be quite enough for a first down. It's going to be 2nd down and just short of 1.
See what they do is it's a good position right here to take a shot.
Absolutely. And they've got 0 coverage, so it's there.
Waggle.
Wide open. Caught at the 30 and taking it to the house is Caden. Wait, nope. Yeah, that was Xavier Cole, 18, with the catch and the score.
Great play call, great throw, great catch.
43 yards on the touchdown from Ricker to Cole.
For the first points of the game.
Jake Motes had one job in the press box. That was to hit the light show, and he didn't hit the light show.
I'll do it after the kick.
Yes, it's coming. It's coming. Now the kick is up, and Kraskauskas splits the upright. So the North team on top, 7-0. Ricker through the air to the Tiger to a Cherokee. Xavier Cole on the receiving end of a 43-yard touchdown pass, and the light show is on.
Boy, that's cool.
It is cool. Yeah, back in my day, you couldn't turn the lights off and on like that, Bryson. It'd take 15 minutes to warm them back up again.
Right.
If there's a power outage, it's another 15-minute delay at the football game because the lights aren't coming back on right away. You had to warm them up, baby. And that was just a few – actually, this play's still true back even when you played. It's just been the last few years that
right.
these kind of lights were available.
Always enjoy coming to Cleveland. Beautiful campus and really, really, really nice facilities.
Oh, yes.
Love looking at their field. I'm a football field junkie. I like looking at different fields, and they've got a good one.
Yep. It's a nice field. Nice stadiums. I wasn't aware that they'd flipped home sides, though, until tonight.
Yep.
And so here's the Kraskauskas kick, and that'll bring it out to the 20. No possession will start on a kickoff inside the 20. Punts, yes, but on kickoffs, no. So the South Side will take over at their own 20. 6:59 to go in the first half. North team on top. Ricker found Cole for a 43-yard touchdown just moments ago. Let's see. Stevens is going to still be the quarterback, it looks like, on this possession.
After that touchdown, I got a text from Coach Simbeck. He said, boom, baby. Let's go.
Proud Papa Simbeck,
Proud
right?
Papa, yeah. Had both of his daughter today, and everything seems to be going well. She's healthy. And
What do you name her?
Claire.
Claire. He didn't name her
Simbeck.
like Brasonetta or something like that?
No.
There's a pass out to tried to run before he caught it. That one falls incomplete. Boyd with a drop on that one. He had a big catch earlier in the first half. So Bradley Mayfield was out there on coverage or out there on pursuit anyway.
Right. Another RPO. Looked like they were running inside zone in the box, another fast screen on the outside. Those are really, really good unless they don't work. then you're kind of kicking yourself for not handing the ball off.
So they're going to stretch the field outside the numbers on both sides. Here's an inside handoff and plowing straight ahead with the football. That's Polk County's number 21, Gabe Adams. Gabe Adams of Polk County. The red helmet and the sacred P gave it away. I knew where to look for the roster number on that one.
South team going hurry up.
Oh, Adams cut back to the left after starting to the right, and he's going to be short of the yard to not line the game. But fourth and very short. Moody may go for it here.
Like they're bringing Westfield back into the game.
Yeah. Follow Westfield to the football.
Right.
He's going to be a lead blocker here.
It was a really, really good job there by Bradley Mayfield and Eli Lamb pinching in on that inside run and getting to the ball carrier.
It's a lot of the defense here. There's not many plays that you're going to run on defense. A lot of it's just, fundamentals.
Yep. Try to be better than the person across from you.
Here's the quarterback going to keep, and he's hitting the backfield, but he powers forward for the first down. Well, that wasn't the quarterback. That was who they put in the backfield. Okay. It was Douglas. No, I'm not sure that was Douglas. I think that might have been McCooch. Or not really McCooch. That was Pierce Maddox. Maybe the defensive end from Ottawa that actually took that snap. He was a bigger boy.
Right.
As we said, it was kind of a some hasty additions to that roster from the south side, so we don't have all the names, unfortunately, for the broadcast. And then we have whistle timeout. Or is it timeout for the south team. So 4:19 to go in the first half. It's 7-0 North squad. We'll be back in just a moment. So we're back at Raider Field, Benny Monroe Stadium, FCA Senior Bowl. 1st and 10 for the South team. A deep pass down the middle of the field, double coverage, and it's going to fall incomplete. That was Sawyer Boyd, the target. And is there a flag in the backfield?
Yep.
Oh, looks like the North team might have gotten after the quarterback. A little late, maybe. Or got him, or maybe a blow to the head.
Yeah, looks like it.
I was following the football, didn't see what happened. Maybe Bogus videography picked it up on the camera, but he was also following the ball. 3:41 is probably what he ought to do, right? In case they make a play down there. 3:41 clock still runs. It's a running clock here in the Senior Bowl until the final 2 minutes of the half. But that'll give the South team the football all the way out to the 48, 1st and 10.
North team's done a pretty good job in coverage so far. Got Daniel Mao and Nathan Kessler back there at safeties. Defense is kind of at a disadvantage in this thing, not being able to blitz or stunt.
4 receivers, one of those is Westfield. Pass underneath. That was that Scruggs of Walker Valley? I believe that was Faven Scruggs of Walker Valley. So there's some duplicate numbers also, guys, and a lot of guys wearing white helmets. So It's a shame that some of the teams didn't have some dark helmets to help us figure out which of the white uniform and the helmet goes to the school is. Thankfully, Ottawa's got a silver helmet. That helps. Polk County's got red, so those two help. Stevens going to pass again. Rolls right. He's under pursuit by Bradley Mayfield. Gets the pass away, and it's incomplete. Intended for Boyd, and back there playing safety was McMinn County's Nathan Kessler.
Great coverage again.
So that's going to be 3rd and about 3 for South team. There's 2 minutes, approaching the 2-minute point of the first half.
See what the South team does right here. They're kind of in 2-down territory.
And we've got a 2-minute timeout, apparently. No, okay, no, it's just an equipment issue. So now they're gonna wind the clock again. Yeah, so they're gonna wind the clock. Now on incomplete passes and out of bounds, the clock will stop. And here's the handoff inside. That's Polk County's Adams again, and he's got the first down inside the 40 of the North team.
Great run. It's a hard-nosed kid.
So 2 receivers right, 1 left in a pistol here for the South team. There's Adams again. Gained a couple, 2, actually got about 4 as he fights his way down inside the 35. Another good gain there, Bryson, on first down.
Yep. Yeah, North team's getting pushed back a little bit up front. South team's doing a really good job maintaining control of the line of scrimmage. And Adams is a really hard-nosed kid, good running back.
Derek Davis, I'm sure, proud of those hard-nosed running backs.
Yeah, that's what they do.
He's going to feed them. There's a quick pass. Oh, a miscommunication there. Quarterback and wide receiver not on the same page. It's McCooch was running to go, and Stevens was throwing something else because I think that's McCooch. There's 2 7s, and there's a 7 we don't know.
Yeah.
I think McCooch is on the well, I don't know.
It's like we got 8 guys from McMinn County on defense right now for the North team.
It's the Cherokees versus the.
Yep.
And there's what? 1 Meigs County Tiger.
1 Central Charger.
Yep. There's a pass, roll out by Stevens, and he caught that. Good job of coverage from the backside. Got there when the ball did, but he held on. That's Boyd with a catch. We're under a minute to go. So clock's running. It's down to 46 seconds to go in the first half. North team on top 7-0. And they're stretching them, man. They're outside the numbers both sides. Rolling left, and they're going to throw it in and out. Slightly behind the receiver. That was Jones. Quentin Jones.
Was a dash concept right there. That's the dash concept is taking over high school football right now.
Explain the dash for those.
So you're going to get a single receiver route on one side. Quarterback's going to look there. If he's got it, he'll take it. If not, he is going to escape the pocket the other way. And a lot of times you may have a flood concept on the other side, maybe a snag concept. It's really good stuff.
There's a pass complete inside the 10 and out of bounds. You can stop the clock. It's under 2 minutes, and it's going to be at the 1st and goal to 9. I think that was McCooch.
The quarterback, Chase Stevens. It will be 1st and 10 inside.
So it's 1st and goal now at the 9.
The ball spotted at the 9.
Surprised they started the clock. That's wild. Here's Stevens looking for the fade and almost intercepted. Cole, who caught the touchdown earlier, was back there on defense.
Pass was intended for Sawyer Boyd, broken up by Xavier Cole. It will be 2nd down and goal from the 9.
So, second down and goal now. 12.5 seconds to go in the half. Got this play, maybe one more, depending on what happens, of course. But a quick incompletion, you can get another shot at it.
Need to stop. I don't know if we're supposed to be biased for the North team, but need to stop.
Stevens looks, another fade, overthrew that one. There's time for one more play.
Stevens to Boyd. It's incomplete. It will be third and goal.
So third down here. They may have time for two shots, two plays, Bryson.
Yep.
I wouldn't be. He might end up. He's thrown the fade twice, so. Will they run a slant? Will they?
Maybe a slant. Maybe a rollout to the field. Got two pretty good Walker Valley receivers to the field right now. Might see another dash concept. Could run a fade on this side and then escape. Yep.
So he's going to roll. He's going to roll. He's going to roll. It's going to be the final play. He's under pressure.
Boom.
Bradley Mayfield and 70.
He's a
Brody Hunt. No, was it?
Number 3,
Is there,
Bradley Mayfield. And number 70, Aiden Steph.
that's Aiden Steffa, rather, Sweetwater.
Yep.
Aiden Steffa.
great play by
Did
Bradley
they get the
Mayfield.
timeout in time? There's just got 1 second on the clock, so they did get a time. Moody got a timeout in time for one more play, but it's a great pass rush there.
Oh,
Great.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, you can't get a play in less than a second, so it's not basketball. So we're good with the .1 on the clock. So this will be the final play of the half. North team on top 7-0, and the South team, after the sack, back to the 19-yard line. It's got 4th and goal from the 19, and they're going to attempt a field goal. It will be Sloan Bolanos, the attempt. 31-yarder is
Wow.
good. So at the end of the first half, North team leads the South team 7-3. It's halftime, the FCA Senior Bowl. We'll be back in just a few moments. We'll if they'll be willing to do it here in just a minute. Welcome back to the Senior Bowl, joined by the esteemed Matt Moore. What's your official title, Matt Moore?
I'm the area director.
The area director of the Ocoee region.
Yeah, I tell people I'm like the choir director. Like no one goes to the concert for the director; they go for all the people. So my role, the only time they worry about the director for the choirs when people are singing out of tune.
Right.
So my goal is to keep everybody in tune as best we can. And man, we got a great team, great folks we work with in our region. And man, we love you guys for coming out tonight. Thank you so much.
So give me the state of the region address in less than 2 minutes.
Well, that's hard to do, man. We've had.
You like to time? I've been to some of these meetings. You like to time your guys.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to give state of the region.
Is this a Todd Love Day 2 minutes, or is this like
no? This is me looking at a clock.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. I was just making sure. No. We've had an incredible year. God has really done some amazing things in our community, in our region. Since September 10th, we saw about 150 kids come to Jesus. Through Fields of Faith. A lot of it was just through huddles. Those are groups that meet on campuses that are student-led. We have adults that help pour into those groups, obviously, and guide those. But we saw students just come to Jesus. We had a group of kids at Meg's Middle a few weeks ago. On a Thursday, we had 15 of them that came forward on a Thursday, and then 10 more showed up the next day and told Coach Green is like, hey, we made a mistake. We should have been here already. We gave out this year over 1,200 Bibles. I think is a direct correlation to the 174 salvations we had for the whole year. And all the Bibles, those things come from people that donate. Those are folks that are saying, hey, we're able to give Bibles to every single football team that we had here. That came from donations that were local in our community, from the high school, even on the middle school world, we were able to give Bibles there too. Trying to think, there's some other great stuff. We've had 7 campuses that have kind of been revitalized, brand new. We started at Carson Cannon. I'm gonna give him a shout out from Bradley Central High School. He goes to the Pi Center, which is a technical school, not technical school, but it's like a trade school that like Walker Valley and Bradley both use. He realized that there were students that were going there that didn't have FCA to go to, so he started, which I told him was like the best idea ever. It translates to the rest of life. Is like, hey, we're gonna have a lunch meeting and we're gonna start going through the book of Philippians. And so Carson Cannon started that up this year, and that's the thing that's going to continue to go on. We've sent tons of kids to camp. I mean, I could go on.
So my mouth wrote a check earlier. I'm going to need you to cash it for me.
Come on, here we go.
Put a QR code for every area rep we have on the FCA Ocoee Region Facebook page this evening after the game. Can you do that?
I can do that, or I can send the link to our
or do that
to our webpage.
The
webpage. Yeah, you can give any of our staff. You can support them directly from our page at ocoeefca.org, and then you can also just support the main org. We have a org for Tennessee Wesleyan you can give to at Lee University as well. We do work there. We've been doing meals all week from partnering with local churches for the Lee basketball team. Both basketball teams, they shut the cafeteria down, but the teams are here. And so we try to help connect our churches back to this. If you got church and you want to connect to your local campus, man, FCA is a great way to get plugged in. Even if you're a church out there and you're like, hey, we just want to pray. Could we adopt a team and just pray for a group of kids or a coach through the year? We would love to have that. So yeah, what else you got?
Well, I've run over your 2 minutes because I asked you an extra question.
You did.
Jake Moats is up.
Let's get Jake Moats up here.
He gets 60 seconds.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. As a Gator fan, he shouldn't even get that.
That's true.
It's okay.
But
he gets as many minutes as or seconds as I go through interceptions.
Exactly.
So here you go.
Enjoy the rest of the night.
So give me one big win. First of all, tell everybody your area that you cover, and then one of the big wins that you've seen this year with FCA.
My name is Jake Moats. I cover Bradley County, so 6 schools here in Bradley County. You got Cleveland, Bradley, Walker High Schools, and then Cleveland, Ocoee, and Lake Forest Middle Schools. And if you follow any of our stuff on socials, you've probably seen this already, but definitely our biggest win is from September to now. We've seen, I don't want to mess the number up, but it's definitely over 100 salvations through FCA huddles. We're not just talking like that all happened one night at Fields of Faith, but like weekly on Friday mornings at Lake Forest, 30 kids getting saved one Friday morning, 10 kids getting saved.
Like grassroots evangelism.
Yes, absolutely. So that's a big win, is seeing heaven get bigger because of FCA huddles.
All right, that's what it's all about. Jake Moats. Up next is Stephanie Green, who's not right this second. We'll go to... Yeah, Stephanie Green is up now.
Here comes Stephanie.
Green.
Go Gators.
Stephanie Green, I know it's got Polk County. So first of all, Stephanie, what school? You got Polk County, but what else do you cover?
Walker Valley,
Okay.
Bradley. Jake now helps me with Cleveland and Cleveland Middle. And then Chilhowie, Oakley Middle, Lake Forest.
Got so many.
He mainly does Cleveland Middle.
Okay.
Because that's where he used to teach.
Right.
Jake used to teach there, and so he has a lot more connections there. So I don't visit there as often.
So the big win. When I say, give me a big FCA win that you witnessed this year.
Well, man.
All wins are big, but
Yes, I can think of several, but I guess one of the main ones is I got to share the gospel at Chilhowie Middle School. They have about 75 that meet, 60 to 70.
That's a
that
big
meets-
number, though.
Yeah, they have a big group that meet on Thursday mornings, and I got to go a few weeks back and share the gospel, and I had 15 who
15 gave their lives to the
yes, gave their lives to the Lord, and we got to counsel with them, get them Bibles, and got them plugged in with youth pastors.
and that's a
locally.
big part of this that I wish our community knew understood better, is that when someone of the FCA leads somebody to the Lord, we match them up with either their family's church or a local church if they don't have one. It's not a deal where we're driving up numbers for the sake of driving. We're
Right.
connecting people to the church.
We want to get them connected to the church, and as best as we can, we either give their information to a youth minister, the FCA huddle coach at that school. We find some way to get them plugged in with someone who can connect them to a church.
Absolutely.
So,
Thank you, Stephanie.
You're welcome.
All right. So that was Stephanie Green. I think Justin Thomas is playing ball boy or something. He's missed his chance, but he's gotten plenty of chances on Charger Radio to share the updates of FCA. Looks like we got about 4 minutes. 4 minutes to go until the second half begins. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to coverage on Bogus Videography of the FCA Coy Region Senior Bowl. Bryson Baker, my friend, is back for just a second. Your thoughts about the first half?
I thought it was a pretty good half.
Yeah.
Both teams had a little bit of success throwing the ball. I think the South team ran the ball pretty well in the first half with that back from Polk County. Of course, you got on the North team Peanut Dyer and Tough Ricker. Kind of a couple yards in a cloud of dust.
Right.
But overall, neither team really made any mistakes. So it was a good, clean half.
So we'll go real quick. Bella McClary is in the booth. She is serving as an intern for the Ocoee region. She is Matt Moore's right-hand girl.
Yes, so far.
So tell me about what you've seen as the big wins for FCA in this region.
I think the big win so far has just been, the community-wise, everything is coming together more recently. Like, even with this game, the north and the south side, it's cool to see how both sides of the county kind of come together for the same beliefs and same reasons.
Yeah. What's something you'd like to see? Something maybe on the horizon for FCA. You're privy to some of the conversations. Maybe some of the rest of us aren't. Being around the regional director.
I think that in the future, even a lot of us as staff has kind of agreed, maybe reaching into untapped sports that we don't have yet.
Right.
Anything for maybe soccer, maybe potentially, maybe some more with basketball, our SCA sports guy.
FCA
Jason.
maybe a senior basketball game.
Yeah, maybe, because our SCA sports guy, Jason Cox, he's a big basketball guy. He got a lot of touch in that area, so hopefully we'll see that soon.
Well, good deal. Expansion of the FCA reach. Love it. All right, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half of the Senior Bowl. North leads the South 7-3 at halftime on Bogus Videography. give the North team 7-3, or it was actually 7-0 at the time, was from Tough Ricker to Xavier Cole, 43 yards for the score. And then Ottawa's Bolanos kicked the, 35-yard field goal at the end of the half? It's from the 19, so it's probably about a 36-yard field goal at the end of the half because the line of scrimmage was the 19 after the Mayfield and Sweetwater, Mayfield and Aiden Steffa sack of the quarterback Stevens. So the North team kicks off to the South team. There's no return kicks where it's fielded, but nowhere inside the 20. So they're going to bring it out to the 20 after that kick by Kriskauskas. So Bryson, they got the passing game moving, got it going pretty good at the to move the football. Did the South team unable to get it in the end zone?
Right.
Moody likes to sling it around.
Yep. He's a gunslinger.
And he's not really of course, Adams got a few good runs there on their last possession.
Right.
And he's back in there at running back. And I've not seen.
Thought we might see that back from Ottawa back in here a little bit. He had some good runs in the first quarter.
So Adams tries to go off right tackle. Not much there this time. Maybe even no gain. You hear the wind probably picking up in our microphones as it's getting a little breezy in the open air press box. I like open air. The visibility's a lot better.
Right.
But microphones don't like open air.
Mm-mm.
Even with the so it looks like they're going to go 3 wide. I don't remember at Central the splits or the wide receivers both of them being split outside the numbers as much as he's doing tonight with this squad. There's a quick pass out to the right, complete, and he is close to first down yardage. And a flag comes in. And a kick. A little snippy here for the old FCA Senior Bowl. They're not showing each other much grace. So I'm not sure what the call's going to be. Are they saying he held him up and they hit him after the whistle? So it is going to be a personal foul against the North team. And so they're going to move the football on out 15 more yards.
Little chippy there between a Bradley Central player and a McMinn County player.
Yeah, they've got history, I'm sure.
Just a little bit. Oldest rivalry in Tennessee football history besides Harriman and Rockwood.
So it's pretty it's what is it they call Georgia and Georgia Tech calls their rivalry? Just good old-fashioned hate or something like that. So anyway.
Called the South Pitt Marion County rivalry 8 hateful miles.
That's a good one too. Here's I thought the North team might have jumped off sides. There's the run again from the Ottawa back, number 2, Caden Douglas. And there's another flag out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. Multiple flags flying. So let's see what they do here. It's probably, I don't know if this will be offsetting or it's going to be another 15 against the North team. But where's our ball boy down there? Where's the ball boy with an influence on what's going on down there? We gotta send a note to the so there's they're clearing it out, or let's see what they come up with. The North team's coaches are out there calming their guys down as well.
I hate that all the extracurriculars right there took away from a really good play by Daniel Mao, filling the alley right there at safety and making the tackle. It was a good play.
So I think they offset. I didn't even pay attention to the referee. Apparently they did. They didn't mark anything off, so it's offsetting personal fouls. And they're going to probably wind the clock here in a second. Yep, they have wound the clock. So just under 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. And the South team, quick pass again outside. Pretty good. Ooh, Bradley Mayfield lowered the boom on that one. And no gain or little gain, but there's a flag behind the play. I think it's going to be holding against the South team.
It'll be second down and 10, but we do have a penalty marker on the field.
So, there's a. So I think these guys are ready to play. This isn't an exhibition of some of these kids. Well, some of these guys know that. I mean, for a lot of them, it's the last time they're going to be able to strap on the pads, and it's just you just don't do that much. There's not much coming back home for the turkey bowl and putting on equipment, putting on pads.
Right. I don't know what they called there.
Yeah. Oh, it's against the defense. Huh.
Once again, I hate that takes away from such a good. I mean, Jack Gooden, really, really good pursuit of the football right there to allow Mayfield to come lower the boom.
Yeah. But it's a 15-yard penalty behind the play. This flag came in behind the play. The play was on the outside the numbers, and this was back near the right hash where the flag came in. So I don't know if it was some sort of celebration or somebody said something taunting or something. We got big Westfield in the slot, though. I want to see him throwing a ball. He's got decent speed. This time there's a. Looks like Boyd caught one for about 5 yards out of bounds at the 35. Clock does not stop here until the final 2 minutes, though, of the game at this point. So but the South team's on the move again. They've moved it fairly well. They just haven't been able to score, Bryson.
Yep.
Another completion, short completion out there is Amari Clary. And 33 of McMinn County is Spartan Lyle.
Right. Looks like they're going to stay in 2-by-2 spread right here, trying to throw it around a little bit, throw quick game.
I kind of want to see Westfield catch one.
I do too. Actually, I don't.
He's got decent speed for a big boy. I mean, I'm glad he's out here playing in this though. He didn't have to play in this. I'm sure he's got some opportunities.
Just signed with Tulane.
Did he sign with Tulane?
Yes.
Well, there you go. There's an opportunity. Good job there, Landis Wilkerson, on the recruitment. I'm sure he played a role in that. He likes to recruit this area for Tulane. Currently for Tulane anyway. I don't know if he's going to join his head coach down in Gainesville or not. That'd be a pretty cool opportunity for him.
Would be cool.
So Landis, you can't beat Landis Wilkerson. Yeah, so I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not in the lights, but the sideways rain is back in the stadium here in Cleveland. So Stevens still in there at quarterback. He's got Douglas at running back. Under pressure is going to run and be brought down. So the pass rush is Collette back there in the backfield for Tellico Plains.
Quarterback brought down in the backfield by number 0, Bryson Collette. It will be third down.
Really good pursuit of the quarterback right there by Collette.
And I think 3 yards to go.
And the chain is being reassembled across the way. It looks a little warped.
It will be 3rd and 3.
So looks like there might have been some miscommunication. I don't know if that was designed in the backfield or not. What do you think, Bryson? Did they mean to? The handoff was a little disjointed.
Not really sure. I couldn't really tell what they were trying to run up front there.
So that's going to be short of the first down. And I don't know what happened to the chain over there, but it's maybe he's just holding it wrong. So it's going to be 4th and about 1.5 yards, looks like, or a long yard, we'll say, for the South team as they've driven it from their 20 and have taken up most of this quarter. And a whistle and a flag comes in.
Yeah, I think they've got 12 men on the field.
That's not good. Well, that's going to happen. 3 days of practice is all these teams had together. So there's going to be some. I'm surprised we've not seen more mistakes like that, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's going to be 5 yard. That's going to take 4th and a long 1 out to 4th and about 6.
Yep. It's like they added a tight, put Westfield back in the game at tight end, but did not sub a receiver out.
So
People don't
6,
understand.
almost 7.
That's tough switching personnel packages, multiple times during a game. It gets tricky. Try to call things, a certain way, and you don't have right personnel on the field. It's tough.
Especially in, guys that hadn't played together, most of them.
Right.
And so 4th down and almost 7. Stevens looks right now, rolls left, throws it underneath, and got a guy. Got the first down. That's Boyd.
Oh, we got the ball.
Oh, it came out. What are they saying? They're saying he was down?
Oh.
Lyle came out with the football for the North team, but they're going to say the runner was down just outside the 10. So the South side could conceivably get a first down at the 1 yard line. Now they're discussing it. There's a discussion. Let's see. So, and it's going to stay with the South team. So it's 1st and goal at the 11-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 11. I'm just wondering if there's any stakes between Justin Thomas and Jake Moats. Justin being the north side guy, Jake the south side guy. I'm sure there is a wager, friendly wager. Douglas, I thought he had something going to open up there. Good job of that defense, spreading it out like that.
There's Collette again.
Also Tough Ricker in there playing defense. He just couldn't let it go. He's the only quarterback on the roster, and he's convinced them to let him come in and play linebacker.
Oh, T-Rick.
I guess he's at linebacker. I would assume he is.
I would assume so too. Yeah. He over the last couple of years, he's got a lot of his attention playing offense and carrying the ball, but he's a dog on defense. That's what a lot of people don't realize sometimes.
We almost got to try to limit snaps of the guys that are key guys. I mean, a lot of skill guys play both ways, in especially 2A, 3A.
Right.
But here's a snap, and Stevens quick pass outside, and good job by the secondary to minimize the run after the catch. So that's going to keep them out of the end zone and bring up 3rd down and goal at the 5.
Yep. Really good play there by Jeremiah Paris. Breaking his feet down and making a tackle there to prevent the score.
So it's inside the 5-yard line, and I don't know about at the 5. You can put more men on the line of scrimmage. So part of the rule for this game, for the listeners who are just joining us, outside the 5-yard line, it has to be a 4-3 look, only 4 down linemen. And also anywhere on the field, no blitzing. So
looks like they're still in a 4-3.
Yeah. So now they're going to inch a linebacker up, and Douglas is snowed under in the backfield. So that defensive line, they took over inside the 10.
Yep.
So it's going to be 4th and goal. They're going to move the ball. Spot the ball outside the 5-yard line. And we're down to basically the South team has used up the entire 3rd quarter. As the clock is about to expire. This will be, if they get a playoff, the final play of the quarter. And so in between quarters, we're going to jump around, according to Jake Moats, who's controlling both the scoreboard and the lights, which is a scary proposition. And here they come. They are going to jump around. So fourth quarter about to get underway. It's the South team threatening 4th and goal from the 6. And they're going to kick a field goal.
Wow.
I just don't know how to take that. Because, I mean, just so the North team could just as easily use up the
entire quarter.
The entire quarter like the South team did here. Just kind of, plugging away down the field. It's a running clock in the Senior Bowl due to the limited rosters. So here is the field goal attempt is up, and it's good. So that'll make it 7-6 with the North team still on top by virtue of the Ricker to Cole 43-yard touchdown pass.
Bring attention to 3 men on the other side of the field, Leighton Reed, Michael Green, and Brady Kitts. They are the chain gang in this weather. We appreciate them sacrificing tonight for the FCA.
Gonna go back and take a look there, Bryson. How many Cherokees are on this squad? We were joking about, Bo didn't make it optional. All his seniors are taking part in this thing. I don't know for sure if all of them are. I didn't. Of course, obviously, McMinn and Central do not play anymore in any sport. So let's see, Jonah Martin. We'll run down. Oh, we probably won't have time. We're gonna do a kickoff pretty quick. Before we end tonight, we're gonna name everybody that's on the roster. That means either they at least attended one practice or actually, participated tonight.
Right.
So there's the kick. It's going to go into the end zone. Of course, that'll bring it out to the 20 for the North team. His only goal here is to keep it for 12 minutes.
Yep.
Win the game. You don't have to score at this point. You just keep the ball away from the South team because Moody decided to kick a field goal on 4th and goal. I can give him grief. He's a friend. I can text him, and he will answer in about 5 hours, but he will answer.
He's pretty good about texting back.
He is good. Moody's pretty good about it. So, JT is the Central coach now. Of course, I do regular, I do the radio for Central High School, McMinn Central, and so JT's good about Ostrowski's good about texting back too.
He's good about being involved in FCA too.
He is.
Love to see that. He's a good man.
So we need to kind of talk about the next county huddles here, and we get a chance between plays. Ricker going to keep. Ricker. He stayed on his foot. Oh, the ball came loose.
I think he got it back.
He got it back. Boy, it's close to first down yard. Well, yeah, he got it back. Douglas is coming off indicating he did not get it back, but he's close to first down yardage. Look like he's going to be. Well, no, it's first down. They're going to wave the chains. It's first down. So the North squad is got that clock rolling. So Ricker going to keep it again. Ricker going to run it for big yardage. See where they mark him out of bounds. They're going to say he got about 12. They're going to mark it, looks like, back at the 42. But back-to-back first downs and going out of bounds doesn't matter, Bryson, because the clock runs.
Doesn't matter.
Till the final 2 minutes.
I'd say we'll keep seeing a big dose of that.
Yep.
Ricker and Dyer.
Yeah. We've not seen Peanut get loose yet, and he's capable. So kind of lull you to sleep with that quarterback and then run Dyer. Let's see if we can see Dyer on a dive or something here. He's built like a fire plug.
Right.
He is stout. And here is, it's going to be
reverse to
Mao.
Mao.
Yeah, Mao around left end. Gained 5-6 yards there. Clock runs for the North team as they lead 7-6.
It's a good play. Kind of tough running a reverse to the boundary like that, but looks like they were trying to run that reverse away from Westfield as he's to our side of the field.
Yeah, so Westfield now, he started out his first, 2 possessions on defense as an end, and he's moved into the tackle. And now he's back out there at right defensive end. So we're kind of flipping him around before the snap. Probably just to keep, the North team from keying on him.
Right.
It's like North team changed the play.
Yeah, they've switched personnel packages too. They put a tight end in the game.
So Colette's in there at tight end, Tellico Plains player. Ricker going to run right side. Got lead blockers, got a big gain. Still on his feet. We're going to mark him just inside the 40. Come on now. Yeah, good job. Keep your cool.
He's cool.
Yeah, he's keeping his cool. And explaining his position to the guys in the stripes. So they actually marked it right at the 40. Clock runs, 8:55 to go in the game. So Ricker and Dyer in the backfield. Collette, it's a tight end to the right. We're going to bring in motion. And it's Dyer up the gut. Not a lot there this time, and they've kept Dyer in check tonight.
Yeah.
Coming in motion that time for the North squad was
Paris.
Yep. Was it Paris? Okay.
Yeah. Pretty good little look there with some eye candy, bringing jet motion to the play, running power right behind it.
8 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the game. North team on top 7-6.
Probably throw a bubble screen out here to Jeremiah Paris.
Paris is in the, let's see. A roll, it's going to be Ricker on the keep. He cuts it back inside. Nice vision by tough Ricker, and he's inside the 30. That's just a good cutback.
Yep, doing what he does.
How easy is it to call offense when you've got him and you've got, doggone it, my mind's playing because I didn't. No, Hester was last year, right?
Bryson Hefner.
Hefner was last year.
Caden Brewster.
That's how I can think of Caden's name. It's pretty easy to call offense, isn't it? When you got
it's fun. It's fun. Talk about those two and Daniel Mao, Bowen Combs, Brody Goins, Cornelius Morgan, Briar Roberts, Keegan Linker. It's fun.
Dyer tries to bounce back and then fights back inside the 25.
Uh-oh.
Did he lose the ball? The 23? What's the call? What's going on here? So, I mean, I'm glad there's energy, though, because sometimes you come to these all-star kind of games and they're just kind of going through the motions. These kids are not. Their final time on the field is going to be worth something for some of them, and some of them are going to go on and play. As we talked about, Westfield's going to go play for Tulane for crying out loud.
Yep.
So he's out here playing, and he's going hard. So 6 minutes, 15 seconds now to go in the game. And kind of a tight formation this time for the North squad. Ricker fakes.
Nice.
I don't know if it meant to be a fake or not, but he got a good gain on the play. And he is close.
Goodness.
Oh, a flag came in. What's that going to be? There is a flag after the play.
It's going to be on us.
So it's after the play, so the Chargers will have a first. No, Chargers. I knew I'd do it at some point. The North team will have a first down inside the 20. And personal foul, unsportsmanlike on the North team. It's not going to be offsetting, so.
Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct.
They hadn't spotted the ball yet, so I'm hoping that it'll just be 1st and 10 from wherever they move it to. But after they spot it, it can be 1st and 25. Is that right?
I think so.
So let's see what they do with the chain gang. And that's going to tell us. And they're going to move the chains back with it. So, okay. So it's going to be, yeah. So they hadn't spotted the ball yet, so it's 1st and 10, but just move back the line of scrimmage.
Those personal fouls.
It was dead ball, but they hadn't spotted it for play yet. So at least I think that's what, maybe not. So let's see. Yeah, the chains are going to move back. No, they're not moving the chains. They're making them. So it will be 1st and Well, now I'm trying to go by the head linesman across the way. So now it is 1st and 10, but you lose 15 yards. So it's not going to be first. 1st and 10 from the 32. So, yeah, if the ball had been spotted for play and the 15-yard penalty happened, we were looking at 1st and 25.
Right.
But it was. There's a referee over there taking care of it, guys. So Ricker, I don't think they know the rule down here. And Ricker keeps again. He's gobbled up some yardage on this possession. Down inside the 25-yard line. What's Ricker's future plans? Is he talking to anybody, or?
He's had some interest. Don't think I need to share details.
Okay, then don't. No.
I think right now he's focused on having fun playing in these all-star games and wrapping the semester up at school and enjoying Christmas.
So 2nd down and short. So a lot of times, the way the recruiting calendars work in college, the FCS teams don't start really signing anybody till February.
Right.
They still go by the traditional signing day. That early signing period is more, FBS teams and.
Right.
But FCS and the NAIA Division II, they're still recruiting.
Jet sweep with.
There's Paris. He's got the edge. And out of bounds. 1st down, though, however, for the North team. So.
You hate the unsportsmanlike penalty that the North team got a couple plays ago, but it
runs the clock.
Runs the clock. Gives them more space on the field to chew up even more clock.
Yeah, because the 7-6 lead in the running clock. We have timeout on the field. South team has called timeout, and the North team has a 1st down. When we return, we'll take a quick break on Bog. We're back at Benny Monroe Stadium, Raider Field in Cleveland High School. We thank Cleveland High School for hosting this event. I don't know if we're going to play it here every year. Is that the plan, or rotate it around? Is it going to be hosted by the North team? Of course, most of the student population is obviously here in Bradley County. So
I'd love to see this game at McMinn or Meigs or Central in the future. That'd be awesome.
Kind of rotated around the campuses would be neat. So you got Ray County kid in at right tackle. He's at. And then Rick are going to run it straight up the gut. He's got down to around the 11. But the clock runs is the big thing here. And
yep.
North team leads, and we have another timeout by the South team. So the South team calls timeout. South team calls another timeout here to stop the clock.
It will be 2nd down and 3 yards to go.
So I'm thinking Moody kicked that field goal thinking he'd get a stop. And so far he hasn't. So, the North team's going to be able to run another. How many timeouts they have? Just the one timeout left for the North team, or the South team rather. So they'll stop it if the North doesn't get a 1st down here. I'm sure they'll stop it again, but it's going to be tough. A score makes it at least 13-6. So It's still in doubt, even if the North team, so the best thing for the North team to do is not score,
Right.
and fall down inside the 5 once the South team uses their last time out. That's the way to ensure a win, which is hard to get a high school kid to do.
Right.
To not score.
But just got to understand that the only way the other team can win is if they get the ball back.
Right.
A lot of kids aren't like that, though.
No.
They want to put the nail in the coffin.
So you got Dyer and Ricker in the backfield. Collette.
Quarterback counter.
Oh, and there's Ricker
down.
inside the 5. So Tough Ricker has a touchdown pass in the game, and he's the leading rusher in the game for the North side. So Tough is a tough kid, and that's going to be the final. Whoa. Did someone call? Well, apparently there's timeout on the field. The wind picked up a can. I'm wearing somebody's cola from the wind, as it's a breezy night here in Cleveland. It looks like the rain may have stopped.
Yep.
Mercifully. But this field does pop. The lights plus this field. I mean, this looks good in person. I'm sure it looks good on Bogus videography as well. So we got to figure out a way to round up the donors in our neighborhoods there, Boston, so we can have the I don't know about the turf field, but it makes it easy on maintenance. It's a big checkbook, man.
Turf is beautiful, but there's just something about that when that grass gets brown in November in the playoffs. There's just something about it.
Yep. So we're looking at 1st and goal inside the 5. And South team should be out of timeouts. So it's 2 minutes and 20 seconds. There's no play clock here, though. I just noticed that.
North team's been in 12 personnel this entire drive for the most part. Worked out well for them.
Snap. Ricker is going to just down the football at the 5. Clock's going to run, and the South team cannot stop it. So
Tackle made by A.J. Westfield. It'll be 2nd down and goal. Ball at the 5.
and they're going to, they've stopped the clock. Oh, it's a 2-minute timeout. Apparently there's a 2-minute timeout. So that is one stoppage of play. There are 3. It's second down now. So 2nd down and goal at the 5 for the North team. Timeout on the field. So tell me about the huddles at Meigs County. You're one of the big sponsors, the faculty sponsor of FCA at Meigs County. So
right.
How's that going there on campus?
Going really, really well. We try to make things very, very much student-led. We've got a really good core group of FCA huddle leaders right now who take on a lot of responsibilities. We meet weekly on Tuesday mornings in the library. Usually have guest speakers show up, and then we meet on Fridays for student-led prayer and student-led devotions. So got a lot of really good things going on. Really thankful for the administration that supports FCA and teachers that support FCA and a good core group of students and coaches, too, that are on board with it.
Ricker, going to reverse his field, and there he is sliding down to keep the clock running. But it's 3rd down, and I don't know, with a minute 48, he's not going to be able to run it all out. Because 4th down is a change of possession. That stops the clock.
Right.
So he almost got a score.
I don't think I've ever seen Tough Ricker slide.
I know what his thought process there, but now it's 3rd down. So that 2-minute timeout probably messed with the math. And, normally there's no 2-minute timeout in high school, and probably Coach Cagle was like, 2-minute timeout. And he was doing the play math over there, and probably didn't calculate for that. So I'll be sure to ask. If he comes up for a post-game interview, I'll be sure to ask him that. That part's up in the air. And we have so now there's a timeout by the North team as they let the play clock wind down. So what do you do here, Bryson? What's your thought? Do you just go ahead and score on third down, or do you run a play and let the clock run down to 30 seconds or so left and then try to score on fourth down?
I don't know.
Because if you score here with about a minute left and they've got a minute to try to go down and tie,
right?
If you get the extra point and it's an 8-point lead, the best they could do is tie it.
Logically, you want to take more time off the clock. But I don't know. For the sake of the All-Star game, I might let a kid score.
Yeah. And then just play defense.
Just play defense. But I'm not coaching.
Right.
Nice being in the booth tonight.
So Bryson is also the Lady Tiger basketball coach for Meigs County. And how's it looking early in the year for you guys? Of course, the real season starts when the district season gets started.
Right. We've had a decent year so far. Kind of we've had some growing pains and learning experiences, but got a really, really good group of kids that play really, really hard. So it's been fun.
It's fun to coach kids that play hard.
Oh yeah.
So Ricker and Dyer in the backfield. Colette's in there. So Ricker is going to go down at the 2 intentionally because he could have scored there as well.
Yep.
They're going to run the clock down for the final play, and then at that point, you might as well just go ahead and try to score.
I would think so.
But I see what they're thinking. The only way that the South team can win is get the football. And so if they're going to get the football, there's going to be as little time as possible on the clock when they get it. So it's kind of it's a sign of maturity here for Tuff. He's had 3 times he could have scored inside the 5, it looks like. I think there was room there. There was space there on that play.
I know that's killing him too.
As a guy that's coached him a little bit,
yeah,
you know it is.
Well, you see him out there. You see Gavin Withrow and Lucas Hughes playing offensive line, guys that have played together for so many years. I know they all want to get in the end zone.
So while you say, let's go ahead and mention all the players. South team, Caden Douglas, Jay Holm, Twan Humphrey, Ollie Leah, Maddox Pierce, Spencer McCooch, A.J. Westfield, Luke Hagee, Aiden Salmonick, Joseph Arnett, Cooper Bitzel, Barrett Burks, Andrew Dugan, Eli Robinson, Jordan Roshak, Faven Scruggs, Chase Stevens, Jonathan West, Gabe Adams, Cole Burnett, Cecil Burns, Andrew Little, Xavier Morton, Wes Weldon, Sloan Bolanos, Tay Doyle, and Quentin Jones, and Sawyer Boyd for the South team. And the North team, they've got them broken down between offense and defense. I may say somebody twice if there's someone just going one way. But Tuff Ricker, Peanut Dyer, Bryson Collette, Spartan Lyle, Ryder Moses, Zevin Johnson, Gavin Withrow, Lucas Hughes, Ace Cagle, Connor Mitchell. And Ace Cagle has the burden of being the coach's son, which is, that's tough.
Right.
Connor Mitchell, Jaden Driver, Hayden Osborne, Brody Hunt, Xavier Cole, Nathan Kessler, Caden Rector, Daniel Mao, Zamari Clary, Jeremiah Paris, and we'll get some more here momentarily as the final, could be the final. Well, it's not the final snap. There's going to be at least one more play after this because you're not going to be able to take 19 seconds off the clock. There is Ricker into the end zone with 13.6 seconds to go. Also on the North team, Bradley Mayfield, Jonah Martin, Eagle Rose, Eli Lamb, Aiden Steffa, McKay McDermott. I'm making sure I don't say any of these guys. Jackson Lyle, Max Daughtry. We got Bryson Collette already. We mentioned him. Jack Gooden. Trenton West. And Mike Kriskauskas, who looks like they are going to go for 2 here. 2 is definitely the dagger.
Yep.
And Ricker, it's going to be a trick play. Paris cutting it back inside. Paris with the 2-point conversion. And so there's no way that the North team can lose. And Collette is letting the Polk County player know they are region opponents. So you got to, we didn't think about the Tellico Plains Polk County rivalry that's also out here, as you've got players from each of those schools participating. So it's the lights have gone off in the press box and in the jumbotron. So I'm not sure what that means, but we are. I don't know if it's a.
I think the kids in the concession stand turned us out.
Oh, the concession stand, closed down the concession stand. And
I think whoever's in concession stand turned us all up. I don't know about the.
So we've got power, obviously, on the Bogus videography part. I'm not sure if the PA has power, though. That's the problem. Yeah, he do have. Okay, the PA still has power, so we're good there. When the concession stands lights go out, so does the press box and apparently the jumbotron as well. So, anyway, here's the kick, and they're going to – you don't return it, guys. That's okay. They're going to mark it, I think, the 21. He caught it outside the 20. I think it's the first kickoff tonight, Bryson, that's not been inside the 20.
Right. Go back to that 2-point conversion play. That was really creative there by the North team. It reverses are really good plays for 2-point conversions. One, because defenses don't really expect them that close, but also when you're playing defense inside the 5, you're trying to fit things so quickly that any kind of misdirection is going to be hard to recover from.
That's why you see guys a lot of times just walking alone into the end zone.
Right.
When it's executed properly.
Because you're trying to fit.
Well.
You're trying to fit so quickly. When ball goes the other way, all of a sudden it's hard to get back the other way.
So this will be the maybe 2 or 3 snaps is all that the South team's going to have. It's inside run. Adams, he's got a big gain out to the 35, and he'll fight his way out near the 40. And that's going to be the final play of the game, as there are no timeouts for the South team. So the North team wins it 15-6 over the South team. You guys can stand by, as I think we're going to have some post-game coaches interviews coming up here in a little bit. But, Bryce, it's been a pleasure, man.
Been a pleasure.
So I was
Absolutely.
excited. I courted Bryson about doing this, and he put me off for a few hours. I think he was asking Malia Baker for pointers.
Listen, if I if I could do this or anything half as good as Malia does it, I'd have something to brag about.
So she's been. It's been several years. I can't believe we got the count. It's like 5 or 6 years now or more. She's been doing that with me, and so. And it was all on a whim. She walked in. I didn't have anybody to help me I really didn't have anybody that had committed to help me for this year at all. And she walked in at Silverdale to watch Kellen play.
Right.
And I said, hey, you want to help me on the radio? And Bogus was there that night. And he's got a still shot of it of the first time she put the mic on. So that was pretty cool.
It's funny how God puts us in certain positions
and then
just to walk in.
So it was. It's been good. It's been good. We've developed the chemistry pretty quick, and she knows when I'm going to say something stupid, and will let me do it, and then she'll chuckle off the microphone. So, but she does a good job with it. This is wild. I was joking with somebody. This is the 4th straight event that I've covered with a different color analyst.
Really?
So Malia did a basketball game with me, and then I had Justin Thomas do a basketball game with me. Then Matt Gooden did a basketball game with me, got us the scheduling. And then tonight we got Bryson Baker doing football. So the teams are gathering at the field for a prayer.
So we want to pray, we want to thank God for safety, and then we're gonna shake hands, be big friends, and go to Christmas together. Okay? Father, thank you so much for loving us. Thank you for this game of football. God, I thank you for safety tonight. I thank you that the rain has dissipated. I thank you for the fans and the parents, the families that have come out here to support these guys one more time. God, we praise you for everything, and most of all, we praise you for your son, Jesus. He gave his life for everyone on this field.
everyone in this world. Everyone has value because of what you've said and what you've spoken of them. God, I pray for these young men that for the future of their lives, God, that you would put your hedge of protection over them, that they would pursue you. If there's guys in this group that don't know you, that they would. That there's guys that do know you in this group, they would share your name everywhere they walk. Lord, we love you, we thank you, we praise your name, I pray. Amen.
So remind everybody, all of these staff members for FCA, they need your donations. That is their livelihood. They are full-time ministry. So the FCA Ocoee Region is going to post a link to the FCA Ocoee Region page. You can pick a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 QR codes of folks you would like to sponsor and support. If you believe in the ministry of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and the impact they have on campuses, I've got a teacher and coach with me who's seen the difference it makes on campus.
Listen, it matters. Just having an outlet in a school setting where you can share the gospel and make much of what's most important in life, it matters. And I got to give a shout out to Justin Thomas. I don't know if we've mentioned him yet on the broadcast, but he is the new FCA rep for McMinn and Meigs counties. He's been just a godsend to us, and I know he's been the same way for McMinn County and Central. Does a really good job. So
he takes barbs from all three of them. What color hat he's going to have on?
He does. He's got a whole new wardrobe. He's got blue and black and gold and black and orange, but hey, there's nothing wrong with that. He does a really good job. Cares about kids. If there's any way to support him, I encourage everybody to do that.
So you got Jake Mayo, you've got TWU, if that's where your heart is. There's Lee University QR codes on there as well. Or you can just support the region as a whole to help bring about events like this and Fields of Faith, team camps. There's a lot of ways you can donate and help if you want to see the spread of the gospel, the sharing of the gospel, and sharing the story of Jesus Christ on our campuses and on our teams with coaches and athletes. So we will share those. FCA Corey is just going to post the link. I'll share it. Bryson Baker will share it. Josh Bloggins and Bloggins Videography will share it. If you follow any of us, we're going to put it out there for you as well. FCA is making a difference on our campuses, even in our middle schools and in McMinn County, our K through 8s. Most of those have huddles each week. So it's, not all our kids are going to try. Like we like to say, there's good kids on campuses and that love the Lord, and they love their classmates, and they want to see their classmates know Jesus as well. So we're going to take a quick break and just stand by. We'll see if we'll have any coaches make their way to the press box. We did discuss it, and then I'll get confirmation of that. And if we find out we're not, I'll come back on and sign us off. But you guys stay tuned to Bloggins Videography right here as we try to get the coaches in the booth. And Bryson Baker and Todd Loveday, thank you guys for joining in. So we are not going to have a post-game coach interview tonight, but we do want to thank everybody for tuning in on Bogus Videography and Bryson Baker for joining me. It's a pleasure, as we said before, but it's cool. One of my favorite people involved. Favorite people at all. One of my favorite people involved with students and athletes and in FCA is Mr. Bryson Baker. Can't beat him. And so thanks, Bryson, for agreeing to help.
Absolutely.
It's been a joy. Thank you guys for tuning in. We do encourage you just to check out our pages on social media. We're going to share the links to the QR code so you can support Fellowship of Christian Athletes in McMinn, Meigs, Bradley, and Polk counties. They're making a difference on campuses. We love what the Lord's doing on the campuses of those schools. And it's been a pleasure tonight. Thanks to Josh Bogus for helping bringing this to you guys. Food City, I'm going to get in trouble if I start naming sponsors because they turn the lights off in the press box. So we did mention them earlier. Bogus, I'm sure you can probably go back and watch this later, right, on your page? Yes, absolutely. You can rewatch it. So, but just thank everyone so much for supporting this. And we're going to log off now, sign off for Bogus Videography.